Hello everyone, I am PrussianPrince with another Total War Warhammer 2 tournament match cast. This is, again, Warhammer World Championship. Group EU something, I don't remember the actual ID or number of the group. We are on Schwarzhafen. We have the Blessed Dread up against the Vampire Ghost. Now, on the Blessed Red side, we have actually Felkon, from XMT, so easily a top 3 player in the world, and quite possibly a top 1 player of the world, basically, so very well be the best player in the world, but you know, that spot is always hard to say exactly, like, who's the best, because this game is so complex and so many factions, so many matchups. But it's usually between Felkon and Soothsayer. There are other players as well, like Cyphus, Anticity, Crabling, who are like really, really strong, like about that level. But anyway, that said, the opponent of Felkon is Krakenlord, who is playing as Vampire Ghost. So, interesting stuff here. But let's go over the builds very, very quickly here, as don't want to waste too much time. We have actually the hero squad over here, which is Loki Felkard on foot with Helm of the Kraken. Actually a Krakenlord here, but that hag, nothing to write home about. There's also a Sorceress of Fire with Burning Head, Flaming Sword of Ruin. What else is there? Oh, she's on horse, by the way. Yeah, Fireball and Kindle Flame. So those are the 3 single entities. Rest of the army, though, we do have, looks like a total of 2 Blackheart Corsairs. It's like 5 Dark Shards, Dread Spear on each flank. Make that 4 Dread Spears total. 2 Dark Riders, 2 Reaper Bolt Throwers now for the Vampire Ghost. We do have Lutho Hakon, like really, really strong lord, obviously, with Hornswaggle, Death Shriek, and a bunch of other stuff. Yep, the Hunger, I guess. We do have 2 Scurvy Dogs on the left, 2 Scurvy Dogs on the right. Vampire Fleet Captain of Vampires, not on a crab, actually. But, we do have Nehek here, Taunt, and the Drowned Dead. Also, there is the Curse of Undeath. Yeah, Curse of Undeath is there as well, so very important to keep that in mind. We do of course have, looks like the Shade Rates, the Gunners, also some regular Gunners as well, and 3, 4, 5, Zombie Pirate Deckhand Mobs, 2 with pole arms in the back, 2 Carronades, and actually a Mortar. Okay, that's it basically. Let's hit play. Ooh, 3 minutes talking of going on the builds, huh? Okay. Alright, so at this point, there is actually a unit here I didn't see. That's a Shades unit. Okay, so this is going to be interesting. The Scurvy Dogs will be very important here. The Mortars should be shooting the Dark Shards or Shades potentially. Ooh, Scurvy Dogs here making a big misplay here. Ooh, this Burning Head is actually going to do a lot more friendly fire than... Yeah, okay, so I suppose that was cast to save the Fire Sorceress, but yeah. It is what it is. Oh, these Scurvy Dogs here are being misplayed so heavily by the coast. Losing 2 of them is a huge pain because they are necessary to take care of those missiles that the Dark Elves have, as well as the 2 Reaper Bolt Throwers here. But yeah, this is actually the Blessed Red, not Dark Elves, but just gonna call them Dark Elves, I suppose. Candidates shooting into the Sorceress of Fire, so I mean that can be a decent target. Alright, so now we have the Shades Raids also targeting the Sorceress. Thing is, they're in the forest here, so all missiles, including the Carronades, won't really hit them that well. We do have the Zombie Pirate Deckhand Mobs here, engaging the Red Spears. Scurvy Dog is going to end up dying to Dark Riders. Bombers getting hit by all these Dark Shards here, so that's not going to go well for the coast in that regard. I don't see a lot of Bombers here, though. So there's a summon here, which looks like it's going to be meant to go into the Dark Shards, I suppose. Shade Raids Gunners here. Okay, I don't know where... Okay, so they're going to be targeting Luther here. He was actually going to hit this Death Hag here, alright. So looks like the Coast here have won the front line here due to bomber support, but these units are going to go down. The Dark Shards are just going to do lots of work. You can see the Bolt Throwers getting work as well here. They're probably going to take out the mortars soon. Very important. However, we have some Scurvy Dogs in here engaging. Oh, these Scurvy Dogs have left. Oh no, that is some... Oh no, actually, I guess that's probably... Oh, because they're Dark Riders. I just see the Dark Riders there. Now, Luthor is taking significant damage due to the Dark Shards. There's a big Flaming Sword of Ruin here. Ooh, Scurvy Dogs getting into the rear of Dark Shards. That's pretty good. But still, overall, at this point, you know, there's a bunch of Dark Shards. This side here is going to flank now the Coast. And there's a... Yeah, the fact that there are so many Dark Shards left is going to be really bad. Some Shades too. And now this is going to be a nice Burning Head here. Wiping out an entire polearm unit. It is actually going to turn and hit the Shade Wraiths Gunners here, who do turn around. And part of them avoid it. Okay, and now these two units will be gone. Look at the balance of power so nicely in favor of the Dark Elves. Shade Wraiths doing some damage here. We have Black Arquebusiers doing work. Luthor is surrounded at this point, and he's gonna go down as the Coast ends up losing here. Okay, so the Dark Elves will be up 1-0, or Felkon to be more precise. Okay. There is Luthor. Not a happy person. As he falls to the ground. And so too, hopes of the Vampire Coast in this battle. As looks like there's just some... Ooh, finally, those disintegrated. There you go. Win for the Blessed Dread. So let's take a look at the stats here. We do have... yeah, Lockyer, not much value. Sorcerers of Fire Attack, Dread Spears. Yeah, the Dark Shards, of course, this is what I expected to do. Well, they actually didn't get their value, but still Shays, Dark Riders, so... Kind of interesting, you know, not much value here, but overall they did end up taking out the Coast here. Yeah, value here is not quite what you'd expect. I feel like this is pretty interesting, the fact that there's only one bomber, because it's kind of difficult to destroy the Dark Elf front line, I guess, with only one bomber. Maybe like two would be nice here. You can see there's not really any unit here that paid for itself looking at this, so yeah. Alright, well, that is the game. Looks like the Dark Elves take it, which normally is a Coast favored matchup, but I guess this build is probably not ideal for this matchup. Alright, so let's go to game number 2. Okay, game 2 on Shimmer's Sword. So Shimmer's Ward, not Shimmer's Sword, I guess. So we have Chevalier de Lyonesse for Felkon, who is Caradrian of the Flame. Dark Elves for Krakenlord. So actually Krakenlord busting out the Dark Elves in this game. After seeing Felkon win with them, or more accurately with the Blessed Dread. So let's take a look at the compositions here. I'm going to go over Bretonnia first. We do have 2 Pegasus and Knights. Defenders of the Fleur de Lis with also 2 Knights Errant. We also have Knights Errant over there. Actually, make that 4 Pegasus Knights. Wow, okay. 5 Peasant Mob, looks like 2 Pox Arrows and 1 regular Peasant Bowman. We have the Blob here. Actually, it's not the Blob. I mean, obviously it's not the Blob because it's Chevalier de Lyonesse. Fripance on her cool horse with Sword of Lyonesse, Halo of Maidenly Wrath, Fleur de Lis Banner. Henry Le Massif on a horseback as well with Guardian, which is very, very useful. We also have the Damsel of Life with Earthblood. Very, very good. Now on the Dark Elf roster, we do have Sonacious Harvesters, Arwar, Doomfire, Warlocks unit. You can see them over here. We also have 2 Dark Riders with Repeater Crossbows, 2 Cold One Knights, Malekith with looks like Gaze of Malice, Standard Ground, Soul Stealer, obviously the Breath because he's on his dragon. And what is that? Ah yes, Power of Darkness. Anything else? We did go over 2 Scourge Runners, I think. We have the Dread Spear on each flank, and we have 4 Bleak Swords. I was gonna say Dread Swords, but may as well be that. Alright, so you can see a big, massive charge from Bretonnia here. There's lots of Pegasus Knights as well. That's pretty pretty interesting, yeah. Pegasus Knights coming around. Here we will see, yep, Rapon's gonna go in and probably help clean up all the chaff of the Peg Knights arriving and smashing those Bleak Swords. Look at the Bleak Swords get smashed by those. This is pretty crazy here. Like, this massive blob from Bretonnia, this is not ideal because that's a big Soul Stealer actually. So I think that is definitely a misplay from Bretonnia. Also, they could have been going around hitting the rear of those units and from different angles as well, like not from one. But I guess there's already enough to micro. You can see there's Knights killing those Dread Spears there with support from Peasant Mob. So already, you know, that's funny. But the front line on the left flank was won by Bretonnia despite having Peasant Mob, just because of the Cav support, which is excellent. Now we have Malekith here, not actually doing anything. He needs to do something, and he needs to stop getting shot at, because that's really bad for him. Now these Knights here, they need to be chasing, potentially, but I guess they're afraid of the Scourge Runners. We have more Knights plopping here, which isn't ideal. Okay, they're gonna disengage. I guess they went frontally, but they really should have flanked around. And now here, this is going to be great because both of those Bleak Swords will go off the field. Some Dread Spears are being chased by Peasant Mob off the field, which is good. So yeah, front line's going very well for Bretonnia. Slightly in favor of Bretonnia. The balance power is, as Yoda would say. There's another big Soul Stealer here from Malekith, who's going to be healing, but he's already taking massive damage from the Peasant Mob. Not Peasant Mob, Peasant Bowman. Can you imagine if Peasant Mob had pose, actually? That'd be quite something. And now we see the two Peg Knights chasing off Malekith. You can see Henry Lamassif, Rapon's doing work on the Cav. There's still some defenders of the Fleur de Lis. Look at those Peg Knights and Knights Errant working in tandem to take out the Scourge Runners. Ooh, that Dread Spear actually came back. Still more Peg Knights, more Knights Errant. Surprisingly, the Lance formation. Don't know if this is on purpose. Like, I kind of doubt it, but you know, because I don't think it's a very good formation. Okay, so we have the Peg Knights surrounding Malekith, who's actually, like, surrounded by all these units. He is probably going to go down. There's no way he wins this. Even with a big Soul Stealer, he would lose. He's getting pulled out of this combat, but really he should be fighting, especially because everywhere else it's going terribly, so he might as well stand and fight. Okay, there comes the Soul Stealer. Yep, there's the Soul Stealer. Doing some work, but yeah, at this point you can see Malekith's really taking the damage. He's healing now, but so many units will jump down on him and they'll take him out. Look at these Pegasus Knights over there, they're doing some weird stuff. But yeah, say goodbye to Malekith. Yep. Having a good time is Malekith. Ooh. Well, not having a good time. As he falls and is... Look at all the blood over there. Dragon 0 left for Dark Elves. And yeah. Wow, okay. Interesting. We have the victory here. A close victory even for Chevalier de Lyonesse. Good value on... Well, heroes didn't have to do much. Peasant Bowman, yeah, you can see the value they got here onto Malekith for sure. And the Knights Errant did their job. Pegasus Knights even did good. Malekith still got 1.6k, probably because of the Soul Stealers. Rita Skull, 1 Knights. Yeah, nothing here did. I guess the 2 Scourge Runners paid for themselves. That's kind of normal. But yeah, this is this is quite an interesting build from Bretonnia, like 4 Knights Errant, 4 Pegasus Knights. Quite heavy, like, you know, both flying and ground cav. Can be quite scary given the, you know, given the correct opportunity. If you smash from the front with regular Knights and then get them from behind with like Pegasus Knights or something, it can be really, really powerful move. Alright, that's gonna be it. So thank you all for watching. Don't forget to comment, rate, and subscribe. Follow me on social media. I shall see you all next time.